like selling it all, but it's overkill. And now you may trigger something else when the guy and or the woman, and yeah, cause like the last time I was telling you about so and so, and then that pissed me out. Like, man, what you talking about? Like, what last time? What are you talking about now? Like, it could be anything. So again, what to say? Few words, many words. When they finally get the understanding, and all I get, and we need to get understanding. When they finally get my hands look, like I just looked at my hand. Look at that. What is that? When they finally get the understanding, when they finally get the understanding, it's okay to be quiet at that point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, cause and so when you do give words, and again they're coming from a place of solution, again process is now taking place again. Give time, give space for the processing of what was said and the solution that was presented, to see, give their mind time enough to see how to flesh that thing out, how to bring it to pass, how they can show up the best version, how they can now decide how they want to communicate to you their words. They're still trying to figure out a gentle way to say it. Again, we are coming from the standpoint that both are equally yoked, meaning that the spouses have shared faith, and the vision or the purpose in this marriage is for us to live and grow all of our days out together. So if that is not you, then I want you to pray that it come, that you all will begin to be able to walk equally. Meanwhile, the Holy Spirit will give you wisdom on how to navigate that misalignment until divine alignment comes. So yeah, just make sure that you give space for one another to process. And then the last thing, which kind of goes into this, as far as tying all of it in together, is remember that this is that marriage is an institution where we can serve one another to glorify God. So remember, it's service over you. It's service over self. This is not a place to feed your selfish ambitions and desires, and for you to have your, I got married so I could have. Wait a minute. This was a shared experience. We both said I do to one another. So it's not just about pleasing one spouse and neglecting and negating the other. It's about both receiving that mutual need being met in the marriage. So that means that you may have to say something, you may have to listen. You may have to, again, the wisest king that ever lived said that there is a time to keep quiet, and then there is a time to speak. And so you will be able to put yourself on, let me say, once you put yourself in a place to receive from the Holy Spirit, then you will know when to show up with a quiet, I'm just listening. Let me process. And then too, don't be quiet and say, well, I'm gonna be quiet, so I'm hearing what you're saying. Wrong attitude. Again, that keep festering the confusion.
I think something you said was good to me, and I don't think I ever. I mean, it's being done, but going back to when we started the conversation, the issue that we had the other day, if you notice, I was just standing there the whole time after you express yourself because I was processing. And I didn't realize that's what it's called. Like, and to be fair, you after you expressed yourself, you gave me time to process. I mean, I don't know if you looked at it that way, but I was processing what you were saying because I was thrown off for one thing. And I was trying to say, okay, my initial knee jerk reaction, is that right? That's how you
Mm-hmm.
say it? My
Mm-hmm.
initial, why is it knee jerk? What does that mean?
Because you just kind of like when you're
Because
at
it
the
hit the
doctor
knee?
and you
Okay.
do that.
My initial knee jerk reaction was
Mhm.
to defend myself.
And that's natural.
Then I thought, okay, wait a minute. If she's saying this, where's the validation for it? There has to be some validation about her not feeling right in my communication to her. So it was me processing. I was battling within myself to take down because my pride wanted to be like, what you, man, what you, like, I'm saying here's you know what I'm saying? And so it was that wrestle. Then it was like, why did she think that way? That was that wrestle.
Where did that thought
Then
come?
it was
Yeah.
like, do I do that? Like, is that really what I'm doing? Am I making it difficult for her to express herself by the way I respond to what she's saying? And so that was that wrestle as well. And I just kind of wrestled through it, and it took me a day to process it. I mean, I apologized that day, but I was still processing it, and it took me time. So it was like, okay, after you give this, you deal with the conflict that's in the marriage using time, tone, and text, and you got the right attitude about it. Do give your spouse time to process it because they may be, and don't look at it. You ain't got nothing to say, so you ain't got nothing to say. Like, don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now you quiet. Don't be that. You know what I'm saying? So just allow them time. And if you are processing it, husband
Say
or wife,
that.
say, give me a minute. I'm processing what you're saying. I heard everything you said. And if I heard you correctly, that's another tool. If I heard you correctly, boom, 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 boom. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If they say, if I heard you correctly, boom, 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 and you say yes, don't then go into
Don't rehearse
don't
it.
go, yeah,
Yeah.
just say yes, that's exactly it, and allow them time to process it. Now, the processor shouldn't take too long to have a conversation again
Cause
because now you're maybe avoiding it,
mm-hmm.
or it's now what you're feeling is festering, and now we got this whole thing just starting all over again. So give it maybe a day or two, maybe no longer than 3 days for sure, and then you
Jesus
need
even
to
rose
have
3 days.
right, and then you need to have the conversation about what's being said. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that is so good. When you said rehearse, sometimes how I see words.
Hmm.
But I rehearse the first five, let me see, the first seven letters is to rehear. And so you want to make sure that you're not rehearsing that conflict over and over again. Again, we want to have a spirit of solution. We want to have a mind to think on what is true and what is just and what is honest, what is lovely, what is pure, what is a good report, what is worthy of praise. For the full unedited version of the podcast, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $5 a month. With the membership, you will gain access to be able to ask questions during a live podcast. So click the link below to join now.